Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jean-Lucien.
Catherine Cujo.
Welcome to The Wash. The Wash is a weekly show hosted by Catherine Cujo and Jean-Lucien. Every Thursday at 8 p.m., we'll be bringing you different aspects of life in the African and Caribbean communities. The Wash is a crossroad where African and Caribbean cultures meet. Catherine, every Thursday, will be with you, bringing you different personalities in the African and Caribbean communities. I'll be here hosting the show with her, and I hope you will enjoy a very, very good symbiosis, a very, very excellent, I would say, type of relationship that everyone, every Thursday, will rush to watch.
I can't say too much. JB, for sure that I call him John, will be here with me every Thursday, 8 p.m. It's a show that you don't want to miss. The Rush, we always on the rush. You all know we come all the way here, rushing here and there. So we have, everyday life topic for you on the Rush. So please, you have to share it with family, friends, and relatives. It's a show to be remembered, and it's a show you want to watch, and The Rush is coming to you everywhere that you are. I'm here with John every Thursday, 8 p.m. sharp. You don't want to miss it.
I thought my name was JB.
I kind of spice it up a little bit because I don't want them to track you all the time.
Tonight, we're going to have a show. We have several guests for you. First, we will be having Miss Houley. She doesn't need an introduction in the African community. Then we'll be having on our platform Miss Fatima and from the Malian Cultural Center. Tonight's show, you'll have an opportunity to meet two people from the community. First and foremost, we're going to take a little break later on. We'll come back after the break to have Miss Houley with us on our platform. Tonight's show also will feature, as I said earlier, Miss Fatima and Miss C, both from Malian Cultural Center. We're going to take a little break. After that, we'll be with you. Stay tuned. Welcome back to The Wash. Once again, my name is Jean-Béliard Lucien.
Catherine Cujo.
And our guest tonight is Miss Houley. Welcome to The Wash, Houley.
Thank you so much, Jean. Thank you, Catherine, for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here.
You're welcome.
We didn't expect to have you at the end, but it's a pleasure to finally that you made it. We appreciate the effort. Houley, that you've been in the community for quite some time, about 40 years now?
Thank you so much.
So you're from where, actually?
You know, the question is very, I would say it's not easy to answer.
Complex.
It's a very complex question. Because actually, I am from France, but I have some Senegalese background. That's where I'm from. I'm from Senegal. But I would say I had a layover in France. So I am international. That's how I call myself.
Okay.
You're a mix of everything. You're an African.
I am an African.
For sure.
For sure.
Great.
Yeah, I'm an African for sure. But I have a lot of cultures in me, so that makes me international.
Very often people meet me, they hear my accent. Are you French? I say, no, I'm Haitian. So that's the question we always been asked, where you from? And I detect an accent. So don't we all have one?
We all have an accent. Mine, I would say, because I speak multiple languages, I am Fula. That's my roots. So I could say that I might have a Fulani accent,
Okay, speaking of languages, what are the languages do you speak?
I speak Fulani, which is my native language, and French, because I was born and raised in France. And I speak Wolof, my Senegal heritage. And I also speak English, obviously, because I'm here in the US. And I do speak some Spanish, but I would not venture into that area.
Oh, so we all have accents. Before, when they say accent, I said, what, am I cooking my mouth or something? I have no idea. I said, what accent you talking about? Exactly. So we all have something that, people say, oh, you have accent. Of course, you have accent because it sounds different in my ears.
But that makes what makes us beautiful. Because you don't want to have a type of conformity, like everybody looking the same, everybody sounding the same. Then it's not fun. Then why am I going to talk to you if you sound like me? I mean, why am I going to talk to you if you sound or look like me? I want to discover who you are. So if I hear that little accent, that would bring, the conversation going.
That show your identity, exactly. Your true identity.
I remember I had a professor. At that time, I was taking some class in education, and she asked a question, how many in this class suffer from the monolingual disease? I never thought being monolingual was a disease. No, but that was a way to welcome the diversity in the group, because we have Spanish, we have people from Asia, we have people from the Caribbean, of course, and American in the class. That was a very different flavors that we have to appreciate. So talking about flavors, you were born in France from African parents, of course, and you're here in America. You've been here. I was teasing people, our audience, when I said 40 years. But why brought you here?
Well, life, I would say, brought me here. Because you never know, you never plan out how your life going to be. I never planned, you don't even plan out to be born. So it happens. Life, God brought us here. God brought us to this earth. And, it would take us from this earth So we are on a journey. So,
If I may ask, are you the first generation to be in the United States, or your parents were here before you got here?
no, I'm the first generation.
So you have the load on you. Everybody like depends on you.
Yeah, my children mostly depends on me.
Oh.
Yeah, my parents, my father, my mom, passed. So, let's pray for her soul. And my dad, he was a rock for us. I have my siblings as well. They're very supportive of me, of what I do. And, my children mostly depends on me. I have a lot of family that depends on me as well in Senegal, that I care for and, that I pray for all the time.
So the extended relatives also have a burden on you, because you cannot say just my children over here. You have to, check back home where you come from.
Yeah.
It's a family oriented. Everybody take care of somebody.
Exactly.
So I understand the burden and the struggle and challenges that as we Africans that we go through. So are you letting your children know that it's not just husband, wife, and children, but extended family too?
I would not say that it's a burden, because when you see something as a burden, then you don't do it well, or you don't do it out of your heart. Mm-hmm. I see it as a blessing, because you have to have those people counting on you, or those people hoping that you're gonna, that you are there for them in order to be relevant. Because if those people don't care for you really, or nobody is expecting anything from you, so what is the purpose? What is our purpose? So I don't see it as a burden. I feel that it's a blessing.
Talking about purpose, when you left France coming to America, what was your expectation?
I had no clue. Listen, this is what I would say. I thought I knew it all.
You already map it out.
Yeah, I thought I knew it all. I thought I had all the answers, thinking about it. I don't regret anything that I have done in my life. I do not. I take it as an experience of life, but I didn't have no clue. I just came, like everybody, hoping for something, but I didn't have no clue.
Well, that's interesting, because when people came here, people always say, we came here to improve our life. That's what we want to do. And has you fulfilled your dream? Because everyone comes with an American dream. And I always say that this is the odyssey of immigrant in America. Mm-hmm. We come here in search of a better life. At the same time, we have a little small notebook for returning back home, like they say that Martinique writer, petit cahier de retour au pays natal.
Yeah.
So we
I read that book in school.
We have the dream, American dream. At the same time, we want to go back home to live the dream. So, do you find yourself in that type of ambivalence, coming for the dream, seeking for the dream, and then at the same time wanting to go back? But if you were to go back home, would it be France or Africa?
You know what? Oh my goodness. You opened up, I would say, a can of, Pandora's box, I would say. Because I came here as an immigrant, from immigrant parents from France. And I knew in my head that when I came here, not to think about going back. Because my parents, my dad, he's been in France for, I would say, more than 40 years. Mm. He's still there. He always said, I'm going to go back after I retire. He retired, I think, 10 years ago. He's still there. So I always knew in my head that the returning, it's like an utopia. You want to go back, but, going back is not achievable that easy, because people come here, I'm going to be here for 5 years, or I'm going to be here for 10 years, make all the money I can and then go back home and do something. But, you come here, then you start building up your family, you become part of a community. You have ties that you just cannot wake up one day and and sever. So
that's the best way to do the time here. Thinking that we're going back home. I came here. I'm not going to say for how long, but I know people who are in this room. I'm not going to point at them. They've been here since time immemorial. I'm not talking about Eve, but I know they've been here for long. But we all have that dream. But now, talking about the community, you became accustomed to the community. How do you really try to immerse yourself in the community?
I love my community. In order to be whole, you have to embrace your community, and which I've always done. No matter where I've been, I've always embraced my community. I see you, Jean, as my community. I see you as my community. I just don't look at, I would not say, oh, Catherine is not from the country I'm from, so she's not my community. No, she's my community because we're here for the same goal. And we have to support each other.
Right.
We have to support each other because it's bigger than us, than just me or you or her. It's all of us.
Oh, this is the same boat coalition, right?
Yes.
Talking about the community, and when I decided, a group of us decided to have ACLTV, each time I meet an African, I said, "Oh, I thought you were from Africa."
Africa is...
Where am I from? Look at me. Look at my skin tone. Where else could I be coming from? I thought you were from Africa. Yes, I'm from Africa. I've been deported to Haiti by the slave trade. Some of us have been deported to Jamaica.
Africa is not a country. That's what some people mistaken.
Yeah, Africa is...
Is that a country?
No, it's not. Africa is a continent with 54 countries.
You and I, we've been exposed to that.
Yeah.
We encounter people, are you from Africa? As if Africa was...
We're all the same, yeah.
They're taking of a country, not a continent. So we have a lot of educational stuff to go through. So talking about your community, you say you love your community, but the community nowadays, the communities, African communities, we are going through a lot.
Yeah, the struggle is real.
Let's take a look at 116. That used to be the capital of Africa. Nowadays, the process of gentrification, 116 is becoming something God knows where. In 20 years, African people will be
wiped up.
That's true. That's true. Well, you know what? I see it because the thing is, we came here thinking that we're going back, and we did not necessarily do the right choices as a community.
That's correct.
We did not invest. We had businesses. We had housing, but we did not
plan for long term.
We did not buy the properties in order to create our heritage here. We just thought that, okay, I'm going to be here. Why should I buy this place? Because I'm leaving this place, and then someone else comes and sweep it under us, and then we lose what we establish. So we have to go elsewhere to start, planting roots, which is one of the mistakes that we've been making since we from the African continent started emigrating, because it's been an issue ever since we started emigrating.
Have we learned our lesson? Catherine, is it the same in your community?
Actually, we will never learn our lesson because everybody has their own plans and goals. Like, I'm coming and I'm leaving, and they believe that for sure they're going back, but they never return. That's the goal. So, buying a property, it's not everybody's, agenda or number one goal on the list, because they say, I'm definitely going back. Personally, I want to go back.
Yeah.
But I don't know when I'm going back. Am I going to acquire property? I don't know. Maybe my children. So as a parent, what are some of the challenges you face in the community with the children?
Well, the challenges mostly with the kids is a sense of identity, because it's not easy for the children to embrace their background, to embrace their culture, because they don't want to feel different when they go to school. They don't want to speak with a slight accent. They even, sometimes they're even ashamed that you come into school, and you have a little accent.
That's my mom.
Yeah, that's my mom. And, and with my children, I made it so they always felt comfortable, always felt comfortable that, listen, you have a heritage that you have to, carry with you. Don't ever feel like you are not good enough, or don't ever feel that you are not part of this community,
Right.
because your parents are not from America. They were not born here or raised here, but your parents has, more to teach you than, any other parent that was just here, from here.
Okay, now we know the identity crisis is not only for the children, because those of us who came from a different country, in order to fit in, not only we have the language barrier. If you are not coming from a country that speak English like Catherine, and when I came here, I was considered some point as an illiterate, because I was not able to speak the language. Once you don't speak the language, I take the example of my son. Today he's learning French, and every day I'm reminding him, you see, the plight of people who are coming from some other places. They've never been exposed to English. They have to adapt here, survive, and succeed. So now you have some more empathy for people who speak another language. You're always looking for an accent, because hey, he has an accent, because he doesn't have any American accent, because everyone has one. Even here, if you were born in the South, you have a Southern accent. If you are coming from the Midwest, you're going to have a Midwest accent. If you are from the East, you're Easterner. However, they always perceive us differently. You are the foreigner, you have a different accent, and now you have to understand where people are coming from, their plight, what they have to face every day. Not only when they go to school, they're learning the language and the subject. This is something really that we have to address. But when it comes to our children, Houley, I know this is a serious problem. You manage to, because you can speak the language, you speak French or you speak English. The parents who do not speak the language, but at the beginning trying to speak English to their children, and then later on, the children are controlling the house because they have the better command of the language than you have. So how do you see that issue? How are we going to address it as a community?
Well, first and foremost, the parents, have to embrace their culture and their heritage. If you come from Senegal, like I'm from, and you speaking Fulani or you speaking Wolof, why would you speak English or broken English to your child instead of teaching your child the way to speak Fulani or Wolof with the proper grammar and everything? Because that child is going to pick up that language correctly, and it would help that child speak a better English at school, because he would always have the knowledge of how to construct a phrase.
I heard you speaking Gan several times here. Ça passé. Alto some Haitian. Well, do you feel that when you do your presenting your show, that you have to talk your own language in order to communicate, to have that synergy with your community?
Right. I can do without it, because that's part of me. The language has to be there. The native tongue has to be there for our children to know that, speaking English is great, but I'm not I'm from Africa and I have my native tongue. At home, I don't speak English. I'm sorry. I give it to those who doesn't understand my language. So when I'm doing the show, I mix the native tongue and the English. When my children come to me and they said, "Ma, I need something," and they speak in English, I say, "Huh?" Same way, because when you talk, it's like you have us say, So same way I say, So by doing that, when I say, then it clicks. They say, then they go back to the native tongue. I said, I'm not going to speak English with you. Sorry, you call me racist or something, but I want you to know where you come from, your roots, your heritage, because that's the weapon that you have that other people don't have. When it comes to critical, you get to Africa or Ghana specifically, you can defend yourself with some language. But if the English only you're going to speak, then here we are. Then I'm stuck. So it's good for parents to balance the two. But, the guys don't really sometimes, they kind of lay back. So, let the children be themselves later. So we, the women, we have to stand up. I'm sorry, JB, I have to put you on the spot.
I'm sandwich here.
No, I'm a little bad at that. I tried my best to speak Fulani to my kids, but I tend to, to go toward the English. But, they don't speak French, but they do speak Fulani. And I'm always trying my best, to go to the Fulani side, but I always, get caught up into the English.
You join them.
So
you can't beat them, you join them. That's kind of thing. No, you have to stand firm.
Yeah.
So you get it,
I'm working on it, though. I'm working on it.
Got to work hard on it.
So we're simply trying to warm up here. You see, this is the Rush. The Rush is a show where we have an opportunity to have a conversation about our experience here in America, social, political, cultural. And today we have our guest, Houley. She's with us, sharing her experience here. And I feel like we could continue for hours, Houley. We have so much to say. And this is a real unconventional conversation, the Rush. It is a pleasure to have you today, and I'm looking forward to having you again.
Thank you.
But I don't know if you're going to take advantage of this platform to let the audience know that soon you'll be launching your show.
Yes, it's in a progress. We're working on it, so hopefully it's gonna start sooner than later. And thank you for your support with everything. Thank you, Catherine, and thank you, Eve, as well. But we're putting it together, and hopefully it's gonna come soon. And we're gonna be, rocking the show. And trying to beat the Rush.
Yeah. The Rush is always on the Rush, and you can beat the Rush.
You have to know.
There is no challenge. The Rush is there, you are there, and we'll try to work together.
Exactly.
Thank you very much for coming on ACR TV, The Rush, and hopefully this is not going to be the first time. We're going to see you soon. Viewers, okay. JB, take over.
We're going to take a break here, and after that, after Houley, we're going to come back with two guests from Malian community, Malian Cultural Center. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Tutu jara ma wani
Welcome back to The Wash. My name is Jean-Béliard Lucien with my co-host Catherine Kujo Kimama, aka. Today we have the privilege to have on our platform two wonderful women from the Malian community. I'm talking about Miss Assetou C, on my left. Welcome to ACR TV.
Thank you.
We have also with us Miss Ba. Welcome.
Thank you.
With my co-host, we're going to have a wonderful conversation, hopefully. How are you feeling?
Good. Okay, fine. Thank you.
Sorry for the wait. I know you've been waiting for quite some time here, but I hope the wait is worth it. So tell us briefly about the Malian Cultural Center.
Okay. So, my name is Madame C. Assetou. The Malian Cultural Center is the first Malian Cultural Center in
New York.
In New York, no, I will say
In America.
in the world.
That's
Is the first. Is the first Malian Cultural Center from Mali in the world.
Wow.
You know, because I am the founder. I have this initiative because I'm here since 1982. I have my kids here, born here. Then from there, I have the initiative to have this center for the children. So to show them our culture, they know the difference between the life from Africa and here, to know about that. Right. And also we are sponsored by French Embassy to teach them the French in case they go back to Mali, so they can speak French.
So after school program?
Yeah, after school, but we have Saturday program. It's a Saturday program.
Oh, okay.
And myself and my husband and me, we pick up the kids from door to door. Wow. So, you know, to bring them to the center so they can learn, you know. And it's the first time in the history of Mali somebody opened a center, you know, to show our culture to the children born, immigrant children born, you know.
How long you have this center?
Since 2010.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2010.
For 6 years. Ms. Ba, what can you tell us about the center, apart from what she just mentioned a few?
Basically, I'll just go along with what she said. Myself, I'm a volunteer, and I've been on Madam C's side almost on a daily basis. Almost, you know, we run errands, we do things. But basically, she is the backbone of the cultural center. She does, I mean, I'm amazed the amount of work she does. I'm just amazed. But again, the center has a lot of activities that she, along with her husband, they run. And from, like she said, from teaching French to the kids to taking the kids out. And I think there's another project that I think I'm going to let her speak to, another interesting project that she's been embarked. And I think I'm going to let her talk about that first.
Sure.
The FGM, yes, one of the major projects.
Yeah, that's the FGM. We have it's all because we work with the children and the women, you know, so empowering the women and children. So the big project we have now is the FGM.
What is the FGM? Okay, we asked the question together.
Female genital mutilation. But now the word shock people, so we change to put nice way, and we say finally girl mother. From FGM, we make it finally girl mother. So it's
finally girl
mother. That's our motto.
Mother.
Matter.
Matter.
Oh,
matter.
finally,
Girl
girls matter.
Matter.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Finally,
okay.
girl
Girl
matter.
matter. Okay. Instead of female genital mutilation.
Yeah, because this
It's
is a
too
little,
strong.
yeah, you got it.
It is too strong? It should be strong because, oh gosh.
So even I'd say 1 week ago, the Secretary General of United Nations, he mentioned this in his speech, and this is the first time a lot of people heard about it, and they put in the news, finally girl mother, finally girl, and we had a lot of phone call, so it was something very good. Fatima, can you talk a little bit about the FGM?
Yes, I think it's a very interesting project that the Malian Cultural Center, specifically the USA Mali Charitable Association of NYC, is doing. I think it's a crime what's been going on, and I give credit to Madam C for. I think you have to be not bold, but I think you have to. We have to have somebody who can step up and say, okay, we must do something. And I think that's the kind of message that she tried to send across the borders, because a lot of things have been done, a lot of things have been said, but I think there's nothing concrete that's being done. And I think that's her mission. And with that, like she said, it started with female genital mutilation. Now to make it so that people are not shocked, they're changing the term to finally girls matter. And like she said, the General Secretary, and I think it was something that we are all proud of, to have the General Secretary mention the finally girls matter during his speech last week. I think that was something really that we should salute the Malian Cultural Center, the USA Mali Charitable Association of NYC, that they have really done to get to this point. There's still a lot of that need to be done, a lot. I don't think it's something that we can finish the project in a year or two. I think we have a long way to go, and we all understand that.
Okay, my question to you is, I understand that this is the Malian Cultural Center, but female genital mutilation is not a Malian issue. So do you receive people who are outside from Mali to your center?
Yeah, this is the international project we have. The FGM is the international, because we work as the international mother, so for the international mother. So the center is for the kids, but not only for Mali kids. It's all over. We have we have a Senegalese, we have Ivory Coast, we have Guinea, but the most kids are from Mali, but we have little bit for different countries of Africa. And the center we have is good for the kids, because it get them from going to the street and hang on the street. That's why every Saturday we travel to get them from door to door to bring to the center, so they can learn French, they can learn our culture. Myself, I'm the one who give African class culture to the kids. And it's free. It's a free program. They don't pay nothing. And the kids are very happy about it. Every Saturday, we start the program at 2 p.m., but from 9 o'clock, the kids start calling me, Madam C, what time are you coming? What time are you coming? I cannot sleep Saturday. They love it. It's a good program for them. They love it. And this is the reason I want everybody, to bring their kid to the center so they can learn French, they can learn African culture. And the program is free, and we have been sponsored by a French embassy. Oh, okay. So this is the reason I want everybody to to bring the kids so they can learn French and African culture. It's a good program.
Let me ask you a quick question. I'm more interested of your female genitalia mutilation. The point is, we are here. The kids are here. So this experience, these children over here really didn't know what's about. Are you taking it back home to Mali or anywhere in Africa? What are you doing to support those victims back home?
Okay. This back home we have in our program, is in our project. But now we start here with with the center. The victim, they can come to us so we can show the right way to go, where to go for help. So far we are here for that. We help the victim when they come to us. We show them where to go to get the help, and to make some people, and because you are in America, but some people still, African people, they still doing here.
Yes, that's why it's kind of like baffling me that we are here.
Yeah.
You said they come to you for help, and I'm asking, did they do it here?
No, because a lot of people, they got they come here because of the FGM problem, So when they come here, most of them, they come with the paper,
Right.
They come legally because of this problem. So when they come here, they go to us. Then we will help them how to find they need to help them, So, and also the people are here, many people are here who are still doing this, the FGM. The mutilation. We have people who are still doing here. So we do some meeting with women. We go to the salon. We go to the to the mosque to sensibilize people.
They do it here.
Here, yeah. So that's what we want to stop. Because they do
Yeah, because we are on television and this is going far. And
yeah.
We are here.
Yeah, they do here. It's illegal, but illegal.
And it's happening here.
Yeah.
Mama, see, this is really serious.
Yeah, it's a serious matter. That's why we want to, we want to help to stop, because if it's illegal. If they catch you doing this, you'll be in big trouble, But they with all those, they're still doing here.
Okay, a little bit of education on that. Why? Every culture have the reason why they do something. Why? Why they do that? I'm just being curious.
Myself, I traveled to Africa, to Mali. We went to the small town, and any time we have a meeting to ask people why they're doing this, they say is no reason. They are following their ancestors. Yeah, their ancestors. That's the only reason they are doing, because when they was born, they see their ancestors were doing that, so they have to follow their step. That's why they are doing. Wow. This is the only reason they tell us. But
so you just mentioned something that is really chilling. That people here are practicing genital mutilation. What is the response beside the Malian Cultural Center of the community, the people who have some moral obligation to teach them to do better? The imam, the pastors, what type of community? Where exactly? Is it more prominent in the Senegalese, in the Gabonese community, is the Malian community? So where do we need to focus to the empowerment program that you started? Because we must know at the center you receive a lot of people via statistic. You're going to have a statistics to see, okay, we have more people from Senegal, more people from Mali, more people from Haiti, more people from Ghana. So where it is more prominent?
We are not there yet because it's a project we just start. To go through all those, we need a help. If we don't have help, we cannot go through all those because we need like the outreach worker, we need some consultant, we need a lot of help to catch and to get those numbers. What you just asked me about it, it's not easy, but we are working on it, and you cannot get without money. That's why we are trying to go little by little till we get our goal.
Okay, let's say you're seeing a child who been mutilated. Who is? How do you know about it? Is it the parent who's telling you, the child, or the mother, or one of them must be reporting it to you, acknowledging that it is happening? It is mostly done by men to women, or the women are afraid that of their husband because if she says something, she will be also brutalized by the men. Who is reporting that to you? Do you have staff that can really assist psychologically whoever is being victim of
it's from
mutilation?
It's from mouth to mouth,
Okay.
People, you do it, but maybe you have a friend. She will tell to the other people, oh, she did this to her daughter. You can have a sister. You can have somebody in your family. They will know, but when they know, they will tell to their closer friend. So that's why people know like this. And sometimes also the people who does this people know them, but you don't have no proof.
Right.
It's their job here, but you don't have. They're doing something, but you cannot catch them. So you won't have any proof.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
I know. I don't know. Yeah, because this is scary. That hearing that it's happening right in our midst.
Yeah, in America.
It happened in back in Africa and Mali alone.
I
don't know that they practice it here.
Here they practice.
They are getting away from it. I don't know.
But illegally they are doing. They know it's illegal, but they still doing.
Miss Ba, I'm sorry. I want to ask you a question directly.
Sure.
Once you identify someone who's been victim of that type of mutilation, what type of assistance? I know you may not have the means to provide the assistance directly, but do you try to direct that person to seek for assistance in terms of psychological support?
Of course, these are on our plans. We are working on outreach programs. Like Madam C just said, this is the beginning stage. We are working on putting things in place. Like, first thing is people are afraid. Even if they are victims, they don't want to come out. So we have a long process. We have a long way to go. We have to be patient, and then we have to work with the victims. We have to work with the families. It's not only one person that we're going to deal with. It's like the extended family. So sometimes there's that fear, and this is when the mission of the USA Mali Charitable Association comes in place, where they're going to say, okay, don't be afraid. You have to come out. We're going to help you. even if we don't have the resources, we may direct them. And like Madam C says, we are waiting. The project just started. We have to get the funds necessary, because this is something where we're doing it, but it's just a small stuff. She's here, and then she has a little bit of volunteers who are helping, but that's not enough, because that's a big project. And the problem is not only in New York, but it's all around. So, like I said, it's gonna take a while, but we are working on it. We need to inform, we need to get outreach programs, we have to tell people what to do, and we have to fight. It's a crime against humanity, I think.
It is a serious
It is a
crime.
serious problem.
But this is not something that we're going to probably one day address, because there should be some ongoing education to dissuade those who think they can continue to practice it. And indeed, you just mentioned that it's still in practice here. It is very serious. That's something that we need to. We are willing to accompany the Malian Cultural Center in that endeavor, to really even run some PSA here to teach people, let them know that this practice must cease, because you cannot deprive someone of that faculty. It's not in a faculty, but this is not a practice that should be that should continue. Okay. Now let me go back quickly to, you mentioned some culture. When the child when the children come to the center, what type of practice do you do? Activities, I should say. Do you dance? You do history? What type of activities do you have at the Center for the Children?
Yeah, we at the we have a program every year, we call it International Children Fun Day. So every year we organize this in June. For this project, they learn how to dance. You know, we train them how to dance, and they will practice the day of the event. And also, we tell them Mali is the Mali history, you know, the history from Mali. And
you go on trips too?
Yeah, we go on trips. You know, we go and we take them to the promenade, to the restaurant in New Jersey, and also in New York City. We take them out, and the most important is based on the respect. You know, how to respect the family.
Okay.
And
morals and values.
Yeah, the value of the African culture, how to respect your family, the elderly. We teach all them. And when you go to Africa, how you have to behave. Don't think because you live in America, you are better than African people. We tell them, don't act like this. When you go to Africa, your father, your mother, they from there. You know, the people you see, your family come from there, from them. So you have to know that you are all the same, you know. And the way they have to eat there, the way they have to, you know, look. Let me tell you one example. I tell to them, in America here, if you're talking to somebody, you have to face and you have to look at the person when you talk. You know, that's for
eye contact.
Eye contact, you got it. But in Africa, you cannot do this. When you talk to the elderly people, you have to bend your head.
Bow your head.
If you look at them, they said, "Oh, what kind of kid is this? I'm talking to her." Yeah. So we teach them all those kind of, you know, and we teach them when you go to Africa, we have a big plate, everybody should come to eat together, and it's good for it. It will make you the feeling that you are in the same family, you know.
Developing the bond.
Yeah. So it put you together, you know. We tell them all those meaning, you know. Or you go to Africa, they give you something. You say, no, I don't like this. I never eat. No. When you go there, anything they give to you, you have to eat it. You have to eat it because, you know, your father, your mother, they were eating the same thing. Why you don't like to eat it? You are not better.
But if they've been raised, not exposed to those kind of values, they're going to find it kind of foreign to them. It's strange. Mm-hmm. I would say. You have to. That's exactly the importance of what you're doing by transmitting the values. From one generation to another. And also, when you share this Malian story with the children, is it being done in their native language or in English?
In English. We teach them in English. And when we talk them in English. And we have to make sure they speak Bambara too. The Mali language, you have to make sure that's the. You have a different language, but the main one is Bambara. So we have to make sure everybody talk Bambara, and sometimes we speak them French too because they are learning French. So sometimes we talk to them in French, you know.
Here every Tuesday and Friday we have our Bambara 101.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's
good. Interesting, yeah.
That's good. That's good.
You see?
So how many children do you have in the group, your program now?
Now we have about 20 kids because of the space. We used to have a space in Bronx, and we used to pay for the space. And it was too much because we have to pay from our own pocket, you know. Then we come to Harlem, we find a church there. So the pastor, he give upstairs, second floor for free.
Oh.
Thanks God. So, but it's limited space, you know. It take like 20 kids. So that's why, otherwise if we have a big place, we'll have more than 50, because the French embassy, they pay 2 teachers, to teach them the French. So, yeah.
But it's very nice to have you, both of you, to share your experience in the Malian community.
Yeah.
And ACRTV, especially this show, The Wash. This is our first show tonight. It's good that you guys come to share your experience, and especially talking about the FGEM. I'm not accustomed to the new term now.
Funny because better.
I remember 2 years ago, and I met with the former First Lady of Burkina Faso, Chantal Traore. She was doing really a crusade to educate people and fight against genital mutilation. And I saw a video, a documentary. I couldn't even stomach the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I had to walk out.
Yeah.
I had to walk out, and that's something really we need to do. It's a collective effort. Yeah. For everyone to continue to help and educate, empower our people, and protect our children. This is our duty.
Yeah.
You always say it takes a village, but not only to raise, but raising, you have to protect the children. Thank you very much.
And I have one more thing. And anybody want to find us can go to finallygirlmother.org. or MalianCulturalCenter.org. We have those, or Umaka. We have 3. You can go Umaka, www.umaka.org, finallygirlmother.org, or MalianCulturalCenter.org. We have all those.
Yeah.
And also we have a big event. We have 2 big events coming. One is at the Metropolitan Museum on 5th Avenue, Met. New York Metropolitan Museum. We have a Malian artist. Fatima, can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. And this is just to go along with the female genital mutilation. This would be one of the first big events that UMACA is going to be having along with the Met, and that would be a concert at the Met on March 11th. There will be 2 performances. One would be at 6 p.m. and one at 7:30. And everybody is invited. And this would be a big project, of course. And we want people to come. They want them to be exposed to the African traditional music in Mali or around the world. And also, the second event would be...
Is the CSW 60. Or we're organizing with the United Nations on March 18.
March 18, the CSW, and that's the conference on the status of women, and this would be the 60th year. And the event will be held on the 18th at 221 East 52nd Street. And people are invited to come over, and the theme this year would be female genital mutilation. Also.
Okay, so thank you very much. It's been a pleasure having you to share your experience here with us, and we look forward for you to come back and share more experience with us and tell us how the center is going.
Okay.
I know it is a struggle, especially when you are living in these communities. We need more of those activities. For Malian, Senegalese, Gambian, Ghanaian, Haitian, we need to keep the values, keep the culture alive. Thank you very much, Miss Ba and Miss C.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
For
inviting
we're going to take a little musical break, and we'll be back to conclude the show.
Okay.
Welcome back to The Wash tonight. For the launching of this show, we have a lot of people to thank, especially our dear Conan, who's been AWOL for quite some time, but tonight, for the good night, he's back. Welcome back, Conan. Our technical director, Yves Dossou, who's been front and center to make this happen. And also, I want to thank our guest, Miss Houley, despite the fact that we extended a late invitation, she made it a point to be here with us. And we just had two wonderful women, Miss Ba and Miss C from the Malian Cultural Center. And of course, my co-host in Creole, I would call her my Cavalier Polka, Catherine.
Whatever.
Catherine Kujo Kimama, everybody knows Kimama. And we hope this show has been to your leisure. You enjoy it. We have a lot to come. That's the first show that we have. Hopefully, Catherine, the best is yet to come.
I know, viewers, listeners, you just watched today The Rush. You are the first to observe, so pass it on to anyone who missed it. Next week, we'll be right here at ACR TV. And don't forget, The Rush, Thursday, 8 p.m. sharp.
Thank you, everybody. We look forward to seeing you next Thursday. My name is Jean-Béliard Lucien and Catherine Kujo. Good night.
Betalana ya moyene ne dara sorale la nyarena madubia abarika ala yede madubia bora mogomununa dubia la fongo mugolu benya fokele ngele dami magoroleno jaga kurake kuntere mala bora jaga sadubia la Dumbia, wala lale na koraba dumbia la, na koraba dumbia wala lale, na koraba dumbia la, na koraba dumbia wala lale, ma sora la o lumbe manga. Nila sora Ajaratu jadu mamarene Assalatu jamu dene wele la bolo Disa ku chiri tigi la fulanu koroda dami ma korolendo Madumbia jaga kurake muntere Disa ku afiri tigi la wele la bolo Madamu dadi ala misona Si janga nani kene yala Kuti mamarene Lobo tero verede nan kamani duayabi Bebe dambelo wololi lare Ne yere la madumia Mune kari la nyare la Mamu sugo de na jabi Soria Sorama sabangani Fala sangale de sorabale Fakwali mamare Bimachariele Fala yesenge minke dumiala Segeno nadala Cheneni musote kana wolola Chekosi musote kana wolola Isiki neni faka nyanabo Wala yimi na yo ode bonite barikala sora ya barikade nyene Marene soraye bulaga walani bulama fenani si soraye da soraye sina yo sorati kam sorati le soralu bamandela ngolo de manja ila soralu games change makafonya Foroba walicha mana makambonya Bulanga sanone la nyarela Bunyama Bunyama Mono maso bunyama Wolo mwadu yongayara Bunyake bali mabunyala dialo Neterini kante Kake mayini jelile pesu la bunyarela Madamu kuyate Mayini kante alale jigita dinyarela dona mala bele bele ba na do mo bani saloni wali kona mai na mai si mo sama mama le
Wait for the light. Go to bed early, early at night. Darling, keep healthy. Don't lose a pound. 'Cause if I love you, then I need you. If I need you, then I want you around. Careful of matches, you can get burned. Never kiss strangers, nasty old germs. Exercise daily, jump up and down. 'Cause if I love you, then I need you. If I need you, then I want you around. Take vitamins A, B, C, D, E, F, G for lunch. Sweetheart, don't run yourself down by hanging around with a bunch. You can have fun, dear. Life is a kick. Baby's got kisses, they'll make you tick. Even at 90, you'll still be sound. 'Cause if I love you, then I need you. If I need you, then I want you around. Take vitamins A, B, C, D, E, F, G for lunch. Sweetheart, don't run yourself down by hanging around with a bunch. You can have fun, dear. Life is a kick. Baby's got kisses, they'll make you tick. At 90, you'll still be sound. 'Cause if I love you, then I need you. If I need you, then I want you around. 'Cause if I love you, then I need you. If I need you, then I want you around. 'Cause if I love you, then I need you. If I need you, then I want you around.
I love you, Sarala. See, young and you can be alive. You want a woman, you want a kill a masabonero. Kilamasa de Moro, Kilamasa de Moro. You got a kill your own. Masorale. Yagaki to be Siana. Sorabara. Jagasadu be a la. Jagasadu be a woman. Nango korobala, nango korobale wonola, karunga dubiada, karunga dubia kamolo, nango pitini na sora, nango pitini na wolola masora leda, akana digi mongola, sora kuni bada kamolo, daga digi masa. Isoro bena ibalo kunkerade. Muso bete tare bolola I wono kera tare akalanya sumaye no digira mo mina bolu de la sora ni na mo kalu ye bagala sora ma sora bada kambolo daga tigi kala baye daga nyere daga tigi kala baye karatoe ma sora bora bokolo nyuma na sora Allah mi sora la my head Primeri sei pa mongolola non sono la sono Daddy la chérie Madame to take the pain in the end to mamina akara mongoluna de kata sona ne pariala kana mamusira what do they kana Eliza kumati wolo Mane kana la emadi wolo emakara la re sinaba Mane Masura ikana na kola bambalila ansara Mohamed me ko na me na bi na talabana ikana la omola jisangara mama na yela irutigie sira kwana mama na yela irutigie nyajale minya tapisiru wala nyaro mbara jalo mono na ndolo make kola bambali tegie ne yara tekela kola bambali tegie kodinya kaba My skin is yellow. My hair is between two worlds. My